What is going on out there, peeps? Peeps, peeps. I love that. Anyways, look, man, here we go. We're going to talk about Vietnam. Before we get into that, let's talk about Pimpy's Investment Chat. This is a group that we have on Facebook. You can come in and join. It is free to do so. We talk about gold, silver, the Vietnam dong. We also talk about the Iraqi dinar and other foreign currency investments. Come on in. It's free to do so. We also have the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here, we talk about NESARA, GESARA, current events, political things, as well as things that other people might consider a conspiracy. All right, so the link to both these groups are in the description. They are free to join. Come on over yonder and join us. All right, so real quick, because there's a lot of newbies in the group, and I was explaining, they wanted to know how some of the things I'm talking about are how they affect the Vietnam dong. So just so you guys understand, when I'm doing videos about the Iraqi dinar as well as the Vietnam dong, I'm covering two things. One is when it comes to Vietnam and Iraq, the stronger their economy becomes, the more powerful their dollar becomes. So this is why I cover news that usually deals with the economy, because it's good to watch them continue to grow. Then there's the other part of it, and there's the other part of it, the political side of things, in which we're watching the currency value, the exchange rate. Okay, so, but I also tell people, look, both Iraq and Vietnam are not just short-term investments, which is their currency, but there are also a lot of long-term investment opportunities in here. So I always encourage people to just at least consider it, because once the rate change happens and a lot of people get their money, then you should be thinking about what to do with it as far as an investment is concerned. All right, so let's get into Vietnam, because what else is going over there? The Long Son pick to raise capital for the new industrial park. Remember that project I was telling you about? This is the one we're going to do a bunch of. It's supposed to be a huge project, a huge industrial park. In there, they're going to have all kinds of different companies. So now they are looking for investors. See what I'm talking about? And this thing's supposed to be the largest, I think, industrial park over in Asia, period. So you're going to have a lot of companies wanting to do business right there in Vietnam. It's a good place for a lot of countries already for a lot of different reasons. But this technology park is going to cover, of course, a lot of new, or industrial parks, and cover a lot of new technical kind of things. I think Apple was talking about being in there, along with Google, Apple, and a couple of these big wig companies moving over into this park to do business there. They are kind of central to a lot of places that these companies want to reach out to around in the South Asia and China. I mean, there's a lot of great places for them to do international business over there. Okay, so anyways, so let's see here. The Petroleum Industrial Zone Investment, the JSC, will issue a total of 82.5 million new shares seeking funding for their project. So there you go, you guys. Look, when people ask me, how do you buy these shares? That's a good question. My guess is you would have to purchase them or have somebody help you purchase them. Just Google it and get them off the Hanoi Stock Exchange, all right? Because that's where they are listed. Here is their ticker. Right, that's what that is, the ticker symbol. So when you see some of these are ticker symbols. So you can look them up, or just tell them the name of the company that you want to invest in, all right? So the one we're talking about right now is JSC. They're the ones issuing new stocks because they're trying to, of course, raise capital to build this park. Man, this is something I'm very interested in. So Long Son Picture will sell 65 million shares to Gelex Energy. What? What happens if we want to get in on this? And members of the Vietnam Electrical Equipment, Gelex, and 17.5 million shares to, how do you say it? Valaglacia Industrial Development Zones. This deal is expected to be completed by the end of the year. Long Son will increase its total shares by 165.2 million from the current 82.7. That's doubling it pretty much. So, Gelex Energy will be the biggest shareholder of Long Son Pick with 48.91% shareholdings. Okay, so look, then you should be thinking about getting into Gelex Energy. And what was the name of the other company? The second company that's coming in on this, as well as, I believe, Viglacier, whatever they are. Anyways, So these are companies, if you're going to think about getting into, since it doesn't look like they're going to allow people to come in independently, maybe they do. You can look them up. Gillex and Energy, of course, and JC or JSC. So to me, like I said, I look for these types of things. I told you guys, real estate is big over there. To me, I think the best opportunity for anybody is to look into investing into real estate over in Vietnam. That seems to be a biggie, and it seems to be easy to get into, believe it or not. I know they were removing a lot of restrictions on foreigners being able to come in and purchase real estate. So that's something to think about, man. It really is, especially before the rate goes up. Okay, so investment of the three stages will be Vietnam Dong 11.76 trillion and 10.45 trillion, and then another 7.4 trillion respectively. So yeah, again, these are companies you might want to look at this. Long Sung picks. Here it is. UPCom. Here it is. PLX. That's their ticker. All right. Gillex shares. Their ticker is GEX. So PLX for one, GEX for the other. If you're thinking about buying into these stocks, I think it's going to be a great deal, because this industrial park that they're talking about building is going to be big time by the time to get it up. All right? That sounds funny, but you know what I mean. Vietnam overseas investment see H1 surge. All right, so that's the first half of the year. The value of overseas investments by Vietnamese enterprises reaches 222.67 million in the first 6 months of this year, up 11.4% year on year. And keep in mind, remember, they were able to do this dealing with the Rona. 10 new oversized investment projects were licensed in June. The total of the new and additional overseas investment capital for the month reaches 42 million, 2.5 times higher than the same time last year, according to the Ministry of Planning and Investment, foreign investment agencies. Here's my thought on this, okay, because as I was reading this, keep in mind, there's a lot of companies pulling out of China and coming into Vietnam and those other, like Malaysia, Taiwan, Thailand, Philippines, Singapore. A lot of people are moving their businesses out of China and into these countries. So right now, of course, it is where it is right now. You can only imagine where it's going to go up to once the restrictions from the Rona are removed. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Okay, in H1, which is the first half of the year, 185.3 million went into 70 new licensed projects. 37.4 million went towards supplementing investments in 14 existing projects. So they're really kicking butt. Germany was the largest overseas investors destination for Vietnamese enterprises for the first 6 months of this year. A total of 4 projects with registered capital of 92.6 million, accounting for 41.6% of the total overseas investments. All right, so good deal. I told you guys, man, Vietnam, well, it looks like they're investing in other countries as well, which means what? That means their companies are stretching out more internationally, which gives them a lot more. It does really good for the economy as they continue to reach out internationally as well. I was trying to get the hell out of my mouth there. All right. Remember I was talking about these real estate companies, and one of them was Vinhomes. And I told you they seem pretty big. And go back to that video when I talk about it. But Vinhomes seems to be the biggest company as far as people you want to invest in over there in real estate. But here, look at this one here. Vinhomes to build a 10 billion urban area in North Vietnam. So they're building an entire neighborhood is what it looks like. Real estate giant Vinhomes plans to set up a joint venture with its parent company, Vin Group. Well, that's probably the better company to get into, to develop a 10 billion urban area in Quang Nam province. No, I'm not going to try to repeat that. The investment decision, along with some key personnel changes, was recently approved by the company shareholders, and the joint venture will invest into 4,110 acres, a complex urban area project over in those locations, those 2 towns, with 3,186 acres in Quang Yen and the rest in Ha Long. I don't know how long. The project will be a multi-purpose coastal urban area with eco resorts, golf courses, and other services. Yeah, they're starting to get into these little fancy. I just saw a huge report on the new office spaces that are being built there. Very, very luxurious, man. And it's crazy. It's supposed to serve a much bigger international community, but definitely very impressive. So look here, they're now looking into building resorts as well as golf courses. That's really nice. It will cost 232.37 trillion Vietnam dong, which is just 10 billion US dollars, of which the developer will bring in around 1.5 billion and raise the remaining 85% through other means. Vinhomes will contribute 70% of the 1.5 billion. Oh man, these definitely are some shares that you want to get into if you can find a way. Shareholders also approved the dismissal of somebody from the company's board of directors and then appointed 4 others to the board. New board members, I'm not going to try to say their names, but the point is, look at this. Vinhomes' target revenues is 4.18 billion, an 88% increase year to year from 2019, and net profit of 1.34 billion, a 27% increase. Man, this is something you should really consider investing into. It's just my opinion. But Vinhomes and VinCorp are the big dogs when it comes to real estate over there, especially industrial real estate. So with this being developed, and also you're looking at the surge plus investing into the industrial park, that is a lot of growth that's taking place over in Vietnam. It really is. And keep in mind, we're still dealing with the Rona. Once we get past all this, and you see companies more likely, when they're able to, really start abandoning China and moving into these other countries, okay? So not surprising, but like I said, there's a lot of great long-term investment opportunities in Vietnam. It's just something to consider. It's something that I have been keeping an eye on myself. So anyways, I just wanted to share that information with you. Like I always do when it comes to Vietnam, I'm not just talking about their currency. I'm also talking about opportunities to invest into them long term, okay? You guys got it, my peeps? Pimpy's peeps. I don't know why I like that so much. Anyways, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. That's it for now, and I'll catch you later.